More light. They cry for light on the situation. Oh, my fans cry for more light. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's blinding. No. Okay, there we go. I got you some more light. And what we're going to be doing is saying, fact-checking the Kenosha shootings involving Jacob Blake, Kyle Rittenhouse. I've not even heard all the story. I'm just going straight to the facts. This is coming from PolitiFact, filed under criminal justice, crime, race, and ethnicity in Wisconsin. I got the link from the Journal Sentinel Online. Thank you very much, Journal Sentinel Online. Appreciate it. Article is written by Eric Litke. A pair of controversial shootings in Kenosha unleashed an avalanche of reaction from news conferences to social media opinions and factual claims are plentiful. It began August 23, 2020, when a Kenosha police officer shot 29-year-old Jacob Blake 7 times in the back. Fuck what? Okay, I just need, just turn the fucking bullshit off. Just turn it fuck off. Look, I did post up here that I referred the Milwaukee Bucks because they were really concerned about the family there. And the part of the problem with it is these guys are fucking retaliate, trying to fucking cover it up. And that's not good police officers. That's not the police force. It's a handful of fucking dumbasses over there. And they are. I mean, you can say ignorant or abusers, children. No, some of these dudes need the strongest fucking measures put up against them to get them to knock it off. You have to make an example out of them. I referred him over to the Republican representative, Jim Sensenbrenner. I was in my home district in Milwaukee, and I told him to keep boycotting because I as much as I'd love to see a title come back to Milwaukee, there's no point with these guys. It takes literally jerking the economy to a stop to get them to knock it off. You know, and these guys are getting hotter because the depression's getting worse, and they keep wanting to do themselves with the 75% trade barrier and a pandemic and all this other crap that keeps rolling through here. So that's basically my reaction to it. The Bucks, they're in a bilateral relationship, went back to work. You know, I mean that. You know, they did what they can do. Should they stop again if somebody else dies? If they feel they should, then there. But I'm going to tell you something about these athletes, though, too. I know they retaliate. I know Colin Kaepernick. Fuck, look what the fuck happened to me. What I posted was true. I've been homeless twice now in the last 10 years, just trying to stay retired here. You know, I was disabled, so I couldn't even work at 21. You know, and the disability gets worse gradually as I get older. It starts to heal up a little bit. My understanding is when you hit like retirement age, believe it or not. So it's like the very tail end of my life. You know, I just can't condemn it enough. And just, you know, to the family, just my deepest condolences. You see how I'm grieving for you. I mean, I'm a white guy, so I grieve. I want the bust first and grieve later. BS, it needs to be investigated. Why a man would get shot 7 times, or what the setup was with that, when we know better. I mean, you've been seeing all the news about the killings, and this, you know, a guy like me is scared of something like that happening. Now in Las Vegas, I know the police force to be really good here. You know, they haven't shot me yet. You know, certainly I don't know when they stopped me, and I've had to have them stop other people, and I have never witnessed them be violent. The whole point is to avoid that. You know, when I was training Taekwondo when I was younger. Kid, really. You know, I mean, one of the first things the instructor tells you is you don't ever do this stuff to people. You know, they teach you nonviolent alternatives to disabling somebody temporarily, not permanently. But temporarily without hurting them. You know, holds, things like that. And you don't have to actually injure somebody most of the time in combat. Sometimes you get an opponent that's really hopped up. I'm a smaller guy, I'm 5'8", but I've had guys jump me that were basically like 6'8", 6'10", you know, and weren't terribly good in combat. They just thought that their size wouldn't carry them. And I'm trying to like stay in control of the fight so I don't injure this guy and end it quickly without humiliating him, so they don't retaliate against me later in a violent way. You know, so that's it. You know, I think everybody should, you know, don't want to beat the flag on you over this horse shit. They're taking advantage of you. I mean, what the flag that these nationalists, like these white nationalists, really want to be raising is a Nazi flag, not the American flag. And I'm gonna stand by those remarks. I'm saying that's not the majority of Republicans. I'm not picking on people who are watching Fox News. People use one too, who is an industry. You know, I mean, you get guys who come up to me periodically, think I'm calling them a baby killer. I was born in '75. I've never called a man a baby killer in my life. You know, when they send you in to fucking, politicians send you in to fucking kill people that have no reason being killed. You know, I mean, you're doing your job. You know, when I support the military, man, I don't support the corporations that are selling these fucking weapons all the time. You know what I'm saying? They're in such a rush to kill other people, right? And make a big, like, you use you on a government dime to be an ad. At least the military guys are getting paid. Now, I'm telling you something, I'm going to go through this for like 2 years, and like, Yeah, or fucking do nothing for me. So I'm basically ditching them as quick as I possibly can. That's why. And this is the U.S. government. Has it paid you fucking much or anything? What was that, $1,500 a month? Luxembourg says, like, if you go for the foreign aid, just go for the foreign aid. Let me get back to this just quickly. I got mad. I threw it away. It happens. I get angry with these guys. Why? Just killing it for no reason. I don't know what the stop was. I just, it's Jacob Blake again. Hey, Diverter Jacob Blake. Oh, this Diverter Jacob Blake. Heat. We do know Blake was not brandishing definition to wave menacingly. Anything in the video taken by bystanders. Video shows Blake walking away from officers with his left arm swinging aside, grasping some object. So if he's walking away from them, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm a political neophyte here. I mean, I know. Just throw him under the bus, dude. They'll let him. And there's going to be so much pressure on that guy, he ain't going to fucking ever come up again. And if there is it, then you start protesting even louder. Just keep paying attention to it and keep the family safe. These guys will retaliate, and you don't know what they're going to do because that's basically the end of their lives. Not literally, but in the figurative sense that these guys are going to lose their jobs and likely may go to jail because the minute they're gone from the force in Nevada, they get released on something like that, the civil suit's still coming. I'll be sure enough there'll be a lawyer popping in and say, oh no, that one, it's so obvious, I'll work for you without a retainer. Yeah, that does happen to them. All right, I'm going to move on to the next story here. Every time a black man dies, I appear on Fox Sports to condemn it because the athletes are going to be protesting there. So I'm going to go over there and I'm going to take the battle to them, and I'm going to fight with them on their media. I know. Then I posted on Fox and not ESPN because of the load of fucking horseshit that's coming out of the corporation. Like they fucking hate, dude. Like I don't fucking hate nobody. I mean, you got a right to watch that crap if you want to, but Fox Sports, they want you to watch the NFL. They want a guy like me who's handicapping these games to watch the NFL. They sell advertising and popcorn to us at the sports book. That's what they do. Retired guys do, right? So, and I want to emphasize, I use sound statistical methods to handicap these games. And it was like what the Wizard had up on his old site here. I haven't been up there in a long time. They just canceled the game theory program he was running in casino math. And I was looking forward to studying over at UNLV. Now I don't know what to do. So the pandemic once again changes things. But I'm telling you, the right place to argue this is right at Fox. They want to play politics, Goldman Sachs wants to put fucking Harvey Weinstein in. That piece of crap Star Wars 7 through 9, it was fucking crap. That guy J.J. Abrams always seems to got a job, but a guy like me or Tommy Chong doesn't, right? I mean, you see, being honest with you, crap, dude. Great special effects. These guys go to tech school for 2-year college for 20 years to learn how to do that, and we pay them big bucks to do shit like that. But you also have to leave something left over, J.J. Abrams, because you took 100% of the fucking profits, and I know you did, and it lost money, I'm sure. But here's the story about it. You have to leave something for the people who actually write the material for you or retaliate against you, too. Peacefully, of course. So I'm going to go on Fox News every time this happens. I'm going to start arguing with these assholes over there. And it's going to leave them a fucking fix. Maybe I change the gameplay and I go over to some other place and start asking them over there. But that's what I do is I go, when the advantage is this overwhelming, but also this indifferent, then the Greens start popping up and we start finishing off the Republicans and the culture wars over their own territory. It's easy enough, and it's not humiliating, but humbling. But the problem is the voters are still pretty indifferent. And they're wondering, like, you vote for these guys, and that's all they're doing, really, is taking handouts from these corporations and handing things out to these corporations, too. They're killing these people. Using the police as ads for weapons. That's what I'm always talking about. They use the police as ads for weapons. And the police hate it, though. We're all sick of it. But that's basically what's going on. It's corporate handout. I mean, that's why you think they don't invite you to the DNC. You don't want to give a dude like me no money. You don't want to give a dude like Tommy Chong no money. They'll throw him in jail before they'll give him anything. You know what I'm saying? And finally, speaking up, and now a month later, now Congress is going to now vote to legalize marijuana. What the hell happens over there, right? Whatever. And even still, Tommy and I are both pissed off. Like, you understand, you stuck in with the fucking, like, everybody's been fucking stuck with, like, just these maintenance problems, because you just basically closed all the borders, and you left a bunch of people who don't want to work the jobs because there is really no additional opportunity for us. It's a demotion, really, in life. And I got other people going, well, you want to work that job? No, I got 3 college degrees. I paid all that fucking money and went through all that bullshit over a decade. No, I'm not sweeping your fucking floor for you. No. I mean, maybe if you caught me when I was 18 or 19, possibly, I was, really needed the money. But even then, the right place to be is college, and I want the government paying for it through the Federal Reserve. I don't think that needs to be done through the Treasury. I think those programs just simply handled by a straight credit from the Federal Reserve. So that's where I'm at with that. Move on to the next thing here. CNN report on dossiers. Oh yes, the CNN report on the dossiers on Washington Post reporters. Yeah, they keep these secret documents. I tell people who I know do gray area business, like marijuana. I used to be involved in that in my late teens, early 20s. It was a real brief period of time, and it made me enough to maybe help out a little bit with bills and shit. But surviving that type of stuff. It was legal in Milwaukee, up to an ounce where I was. But it's ridiculous the amount of bullshit you have to go through to make a buck in life. And one of the things the government, even when you're in legal business like to me, the government keeps dossiers on you. So one of the things I'm going to be doing in this campaign is fighting for media rights. One thing I'm going to putting pressure on Representative Titus about, you better help get these laws rescinded, allowing the federal government to civilly sue media. I don't got fucking money. You know what I'm saying? The Attorney General Rob Barr shows up with subpoenas, and he and I are both going to be rolling our eyes like, what? It's a political stunt. Where the fuck's the money? Where the fuck's the money? I'm going to be hassling you guys with free lawyers all day long. And even if not, who the fuck cares? They show up and the judge and say, yeah, fuck them, I don't have any money. Of course it's not civil, right? And share them with me. And the judge says, well, you could be nice. Fuck them. Okay, well, ultimately, you just get rid of these guys like that. There's licensing, there's other things you can do. But I'll tell you something, that law needs to go. You can't oppress the free media. And like you guys are trying to make nice with me. And even then, first thing that comes in is you ladies come in and start telling me, don't ever do that again. I love you ladies. I am totally part of the Women's Caucus. If I'm coming in anywhere in Congress, I'm a part of the Women's Caucus. And I'll be fighting for you first. But don't rig these nominations or these elections. In the nominations, you can get away with a little bit of fixing, but ultimately, guys like me go public about it. I'm not complaining. Like I said, I love Representative Titus. I also believe this really was a friendly. You don't need to do anything to keep me honest. Nothing. Because she's obviously the right administrator for the position. I'm not crap as an administrator. But I do have a right to take these stances to practice here with somebody friendly. And to trust that. We'll also get into that part of it later, too. I'm going to talk about the resumes. I don't know what the whole story was or what Tina Titus's baggage was with Joe Hack. She knows already publicly about the baggage with my family, right? And my mom's still nobody's seen my mom at all in any of this stuff, right? It's been about 7 years, basically. But anyways, I know you got baggage from Joe Hack. And we're going to talk about that a little bit. I'm not Joe Hack. I'm not here to hassle you like Joe Hack did. I'm not a Republican, first of all. I don't necessarily ascribe to this pecking order thing. I'm the guy who had the balls to fucking make the move for the primary, so I'm the one that has the right to market myself and advertise myself for free off the federal government's dime. Not unemployment's going to fucking do anything over there. Damn. Get me work? Right, good. We're going to get me hooked up with it. I'm going to retaliate against when they try to censor me. Nobody. So anyways, the story is I'm basically going to go and get my own job because I know enough to fucking do it if there is anything out there. I'm going to be lobbying for foreign aid, hopefully for the district for this. If this thing gets on track enough for me to drop out of these primaries, I will do that. I'm not taking any foreign money while I'm in it. But I'm telling you something, the minute that I can get away from this shit and get away from Washington, that's what I want to do. I'll help the Luxembourgians make Scandinavian slow TV a thing here in the United States. It's a lot of money to make slow TV. So I can bring that to you. It's easy, really. And a lot of us can do it. You can hire more than one American to do this. We can be in total competition and never be in competition. And it's easy and you can relax, and it's even less work than this horseshit, believe it or not. A lot less work. So you see what I'm saying? I don't want to be sucked in here. Dina, take away all my issues. Knock me out of this primary. Just knock me out. So other than that, though, we're still friends, and she is really the best person for the job. But it's a primary. I got to kind of muscle the party. Not Dina. Muscle the party a little bit. And let you guys know there's some options here because you're frustrated. So we're going to move on to the next one. See if we can get this up again. Yeah. So the dossier next.